Hi, this is Jay Hart, and here's my completed project. I'm calling it Keepsakes Album. It's got some small journaling booklets inside, but mostly it's three-dimensional. And it's from a kit by Karla Nathan. She's Karla's Cottage on YouTube. And she constructed the book and then gave me a lot of papers and embellishments. And these are some plastic dragonflies that I've added here. And a lot of the laces and vintage bits are from her. This is from my stash. And these are resin stamps. I've added some filigree gold corners. And I've got it tied with this wide lace ribbon that I got recently at Joann's, but mostly I've tried to use up the things that Karla sent me. So I've sewn on ribbon roses to the ends of the ties. Okay, now this first page is vintage wallpaper, and from Karla's Lace I constructed a pocket, and these are yo-yo variations that I made, and it's glued down with a couple of ribbons. And this is the first journal is just some wallpaper bits that Karla sent. Yeah, this is wallpaper. And these are also laces that I bought because I didn't have the right trims. And I like to use garment labels on my projects. And so this is a refillable, it's kind of a thin journal at the moment. And this is just some leftover bits from other projects. Karla's Lace, and that tucks in here. And the way she's got it bound with this very beautiful velvety, it's probably some sort of burnout. And this was an album page, and I filled in the place for the photo with some Dollar Tree florals. And this butterfly I got in the toy section of either Walmart or Target. Some lace bits, and I like to put the ears. And this border is the lace piece that I glued onto the other side, and it's just folded over and creates a border. And these are more of those resin stamps, so they're shiny and dimensional, and some ribbon roses. Okay, this side, the background, is some scrapbook paper that Karla put on, and I covered it with that lace bit. And up here at the top are buttons with shanks that I might have sewn on, or I might have just glued on. Okay, and I made pockets out of these organza bags. I've added gold paper corners. It's a postcard. And these are some things that Karla sent along. And back here is, I gotta pull this out because it's making it rigid. I think I might have gotten this at Dollar Tree. It's a dimensional butterfly. And I've trimmed both the bags with this rhinestone border and gold trim border. Okay, now this is from a music box that I got in a thrift store. I've just covered the back with some vintage book page. It was so pretty. As soon as I got out into the parking lot, I ripped it apart, threw away the music box. And this is a mini journal. It's a vintage piece, something that they gave as gifts in coffee containers. And this is what she made for me. Okay, and this is some more Dollar Tree butterflies and some gold filigree corners. And I had another year thing. I got a package of those from Hobby Lobby. Okay, now Karla had some plain paper signatures for journaling, but I ripped that out, and then I wove in these two ribbons in there and twisted them, made a pretty decoration. Here's my blue fairy page. Karla sent kits to make these fairies, so I cut it out and decorated it. This is a crepe paper, or maybe it's a dyed coffee filter, yeah. And lace bits and other bits, a ticket, a resin bird I got in a thrift store. These are velvety florals. And garment labels, more garment labels here in the ear. This says Cupio, or Cupio. I don't do Italian. I cut this bird out of vintage wallpaper that Karla sent, and this was a strip of lace trim, ribbon roses, another ribbon flower. And here's the pink fairy. And I wanted to use that bag to prop this up, but what happened to it? Here it is. So this is another one of the vintage photo albums that I filled in the hole with vintage wallpaper, added a flower and some lace trim. And this is something left over from Dollar Tree stickers. And these are also Dollar Tree, the conversational plastic hearts. And this is from Mary, 2020. Okay, now where I pulled out two more signatures of plain paper for journaling, I filled in that spot with this Snapdragon spray. And these are supposed to be hydrangeas, but I think they look more like four-leaf clovers. So that holds the place open. And on this side is vintage wallpaper. And I made a pocket out of a strip of lace. Decorated it with some bits, ribbon roses, vintage floral, some price tags from thrift stores. And that's from Mary. And in the pocket goes this journal, vintage wallpaper, and just some bits and pieces. This is also a Dollar Tree sticker. So this is very slim at the moment, but it's refillable and movable, portable. Okay, so the back is just plain. I did put a wash of gold paint on the fronts and the backs, and that's how I discovered that the word album became clear. So that is my Keepsakes album and journal. You can see how she did the binding, the sewing, fabric and ribbons.